Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Devon Terrell in raw form, and welcome to another episode of Help Me Devon in the studio. And today, in this Help Me Devon in the studio episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build your home recording studio. And at a bonus, I'll show you how to keep it in the budget of $1,200. Let's get right to it. So before I say anything else, I want you guys to understand the signal flow path. And when I say signal flow path, I'm basically saying, how does all of this work? How does it go from your microphone to your speakers to the computer to all of those things? Let me explain.
So like most songs you record, it starts with an idea. This idea is then recorded onto a microphone, bars. Your microphone then turns this into an analog signal. This analog signal then feeds your audio interface, which turns it into a digital one that your computer can understand. This process then goes in reverse to spit back out to your monitors. That is a signal flow path. Simple, right? Don't worry, don't beat yourself up. I got you.
Okay, now that we understand how a signal flow path kind of works in the studio, let's look at the equipment that we're gonna need in order to accomplish this.
You need a computer, audio interface, audio software, cables, monitors, mic stand, desk, headphones, and a microphone.
So the equipment that I've named in this list will give you an operational studio setup. It's very basic at best, but at the same time, when you get your studio, it's always a base, and then you kind of build upon those things. So this is a base list of the bare essentials that you're going to need to make an operational studio. So now that we know all the equipment that we're gonna need, let's get specific. Let's find the exact brands and which equipment that we're actually gonna use on this budget. Let's do it the same way we kind of did the signal flow path. Let's start at the microphone and work our way all the way to the speakers. So let's start with microphone.
The microphone that I've chosen for you guys is the Rode NT2A. I'm a big fan of this microphone, has an open sound, very versatile, has a pad, and a great quality build, all competitively priced at $399.99.
So I'm a huge fan of the Rode NT2A, and the reason why is because of its versatility and its build quality. Now, when it comes to its versatility, I love it because it has a multi-pattern switch that you can go from cardioid to bidirectional to omnidirectional. And to some people that may not matter, but just to have that functionality and be able to do that is great. Now, it has somewhat of an open sound. I like the top end on it. It's a really great mic. I've recorded guitars, I've recorded rap vocals, singing vocals on this mic. I like this mic. It also has a pad, which allows you to bring down the volume that is coming into the actual microphone, just in case you have a signal or a sound source that is extremely loud and you need to bring it down. You can actually do that within the microphone itself. It also has a filter on it, which filters out basically the low end on whatever the sound source is. Personally, I'm not a fan of messing with too much of the electronics in a microphone, and that's because once you start to engage stuff in a microphone, you're adding noise to a signal, perhaps. So for me, I don't mind just throwing on an EQ, but the great thing about it is it's there, and that's amazing. So this mic is competitively priced at $399.99. Do not skimp on your microphones, you guys. It is a very important thing, and this is what will make you cry if you do that the wrong way.
Okay, so let's talk about your recording acoustics. This is a microphone shield, and basically this is going to cover your mic, and this is going to save you a ton of money. It's going to reduce reflections, and is competitively priced at $109.99.
So next we have the ABLETON, and this is still on the microphone. Sorry if I said that wrong, by the way. I like this thing and I use this, and I recommend this to anyone that has a home studio because a lot of us do not have acoustically treated rooms. Now, what is the issue with this? It's because when you record, there are so many reflections that your voice is bouncing back into that microphone. And I noticed that with a lot of low quality recordings. I know when you've cut it in your bedroom because I can hear the walls and everything echoing back into that microphone. When you do big chants and yells, it echoes even more into that microphone. So what I use is something like this. I use a microphone filter. It's a housing that basically covers your entire microphone, and it kind of protects it or reduces the amount of reflections that come back into into it. It's really incredible. I've cut vocals in hotel rooms and gotten great records out of this one piece. It really helps if you don't have an acoustically treated room. I guarantee you, this is actually, to me, probably one of the most important pieces if you don't have a room that you can't just shred to pieces. Next thing you're gonna need is a mic cable. This is obviously gonna carry your signal from your microphone into your audio interface. Now, the beautiful thing about it is, in my description below, for the NT2A that I've suggested to you in that entire bundle, in that package, there is actually a cable that is already there inside. So that's a beautiful thing to have that's in the bundle, and it's gonna save you money.
Okay, let's talk about the audio interface that I've chosen for you guys. I've chosen the SSL2 Plus. This is incredible. It's the SSL sound for only $279 with the preamps, and it has an onboard monitoring system, which is incredible.
Now, this piece is incredible to me. And the reason why it's incredible to me is because all of those things, for instance, when you've seen SSL, when you see SSL, you know what this technology is about. You trust it. It's a brand that is highly desired. When you go into all the big studios and you see SSL boards, literally this is from them, if you didn't know. SSL developed an audio interface, USB audio interface, that is incredible. It has their preamps. You're literally getting SSL preamps built into an audio interface for this price. Like, it's ridiculous. Obviously, it has its A to D converters inside, and it has its preamps. Also, why it saves you a ton of money is because it has a built-in monitor station. Now, what do I mean when I say a built-in monitor station? Long story short, what's on this actual piece is you can actually create your monitor mix and all kinds of things, headphones, from the piece itself, from your audio interface. You don't need an external monitor station or something like that in order to control your speaker volume or anything like that. So that is extremely powerful, and it's gonna save you a ton of money. Once again, this piece is only $279. That is insane for SSL quality stuff. Now, granted, the next thing would be your computer. And the one thing I can say about your computer, because I'm gonna already assume that you have a computer, is 8 gigabytes of RAM is super recommended to run audio. 8 gigabytes of RAM is the one thing I'll say, just stick to that. But other than that, you can run audio on your audio computer. Whatever computer you have, run your audio on that. Just make sure it's about 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, also, you don't have to go out and get the greatest computer of all time. It's audio. This is not video. Audio is a little lighter of a load on your CPU and things of that nature. So you can be cool on that. 8 gigabytes. As long as you have 8 gigabytes of RAM, you'll be fine. Now, when it comes to audio software, I want you guys to know that with the SSL, with some of them, they are actually bundling Pro Tools first and Ableton Lite with some of those pieces. So make sure you get a piece that actually has one of those bundled. But nonetheless, if you look at my description below, I have a whole kit on all of this stuff I'm explaining. The great thing is, when it comes to Pro Tools, you can actually get Pro Tools for $25 a month. You can get this stuff for a monthly subscription, and it's extremely worth it. If this is your career and you're investing in yourself, then it's the same price as what you would pay for Spotify and Apple Music. It's a little higher than that, but nonetheless, it's in that price range, and I think it's incredible to have the power of Pro Tools at your disposal as your DAW. So remember that process I told you about the analog signal becoming a digital signal, where your computer can actually read this and understand this? Well, it goes back out, and it goes as a digital signal into your audio interface, and it becomes an analog signal again. And this is called a D to A conversion. And that conversion happens within your audio interface. So there's an A to D conversion, an analog to digital, that happens from the microphone coming into the audio interface into your computer, so your computer can understand this language that you just spit. And then it's a D to A conversion, which is the digital version of that, going back out as analog energy coming out of your speakers. And that's what we're going on to right now.
Now let's talk about the monitors I've chosen for you guys. I've chosen the PreSonus Iris 4.5. I hope I've said that right. Competitively priced at $209.99. These things are Bluetooth, super affordable, and you can change the acoustics on them.
I really like the functionality of these speakers, especially on a budget. And the reason is, one, the price. Two, PreSonus is a brand that I'm familiar with, I like, and I'm a fan of. And just overall, it's very powerful for what these speakers can do. On the back of the speakers, you can literally change the acoustic settings. What does this mean? I can literally go on and say I want more low end, more high end, less low end, more high end. So now what does this give you the opportunity to do? It gives you the opportunity to play your favorite song off of those speakers, listen to how it sounds, make sure you tweak your speakers to what you want. And now all your mixes that you mix on can be tuned basically to that song that you actually like. And that's powerful because now you can take those speakers anywhere you want, listen to your favorite song as a reference and go, oh, okay, cool, so it needs more low end here, boom, boom. You can dial in the settings of these speakers so that you can always be like a chameleon. And that's what I like about these speakers. It's really a chameleon speaker. You can take them and shape them anywhere, and they're super affordable. It's also Bluetooth, which I think is incredible because maybe, say for instance, if you wanna hear how this sounds outside and you could pick your speakers right up, plop it right outside, go to your phone and play it. I mean, it doesn't get better than that as far as price wise for what these things are worth. I think it's pretty incredible what these things can accomplish and how much is going to just add to the versatility and functionality of your entire studio setup. Now, be very careful when you're buying studio monitor cables. You want to buy balanced cables, tip ring sleeve, TRS. If you buy instrument cables, TS, you're going to notice that you're going to hear noise in your speakers. Now, there is a huge reason why this happens. There's a polarity switch when the signal hits the buy balanced TRS cables, and you will avoid noise interfering and getting into your actual speakers. TRS cables, 2 TRS cables, link below. Now for more of the simpler accessories, a desk for instance. I put one in the description below. I literally looked on Amazon, found a nice sturdy desk for $89. All you're looking for is a desk that is sturdy because you're putting your expensive equipment on it. Also, when it comes to a mic stand, which is what you would put your mic on, obviously, I got one straight up off of Amazon, and I used the one that was Amazon Basics. That one was really, really cheap. It was really affordable, and guess what? I actually own one myself, and I have my microphone on mine as well. I really trust it. It's a great mic. It's a great mic stand. Unless you're trying to get some heavy tube microphone or a microphone that's extremely heavy, I wouldn't suggest to actually get this one, but this one is perfect for the weight that you're gonna be putting on it. So simple, affordable, yet it's still a good build quality, so you're not skimping on that there.
The cables, the mic stand, and the desk all were found on Amazon. Granted, if you look in the description, I have a kit.co that gives you links to all of the equipment that I'm naming.
Also, with the actual PreSonus speakers that I actually suggested to you, they're bundled with headphones, which is awesome. And I always say that this is my thing about headphones. Don't get too caught up in headphones because honestly, you shouldn't be mixing in headphones. You just want something that you can listen to, that sounds good to you, and that you can hear the music. That's about it. Now, when it comes to your preference as far as how you like to hear yourself recorded and how it sounds, I'll leave that up to you. But as far as getting started, just put some headphones on. It's good to know how cheaper headphones sound as opposed to expensive ones, or else you'll just put on the expensive ones and assume that, well, this is the way it's supposed to sound. It's good to just start out with some super basic headphones. Do not get caught up in headphones, please, because you shouldn't be mixing in them solely anyway. So keep it simple. It's in the PreSonus bundle with the actual speakers, and once again, you save a lot of money. Okay, you guys, so let's review right quick.
You take your microphone and you connect your mic cable. Then you take your mic cable and you connect that to your preamp. Then the preamp comes out and goes into your audio interface. From the audio interface, it then goes to your computer. When it's on your computer, it's recorded and you can play back. In order for it to be played back, it needs to spit back out of your computer and into your audio interface. And from your audio interface, it goes back out the speakers.
Your microphone feeds your microphone cable. Your microphone feeds your preamps on your audio interface. Your interface then takes that analog signal from the preamps and converts it into a digital signal, which is a language that your computer can actually understand. That digital signal is then fed to the computer or your DAW, Pro Tools, Ableton, etc. And then you can have or visually see a recorded audio file. Then that recorded audio file, when you want to play back, it's literally taken, that digital signal is taken out of the computer into the audio interface. The audio interface then converts that digital signal to an analog signal. That analog signal is then pushed out to your speakers, and guess what you hear? You hear beautiful music, you guys. I hope that helped you a lot with getting started with making your home studio. Now, granted, I say get this basic stuff out the way and then build upon that. Don't just try to throw 50 grand or 20 grand at a studio and you have no idea even how to just work something for $1,200. I think it's very powerful to learn how to use something for that's inexpensive, getting really good at that, and then you understand and appreciate those bigger tools. For instance, as you grow and as your studio gets bigger, maybe you don't want you want to use the preamps of the SSL anymore, and you start to find other preamps that you like. Now you're starting to separate jobs of your studio, and this is when your studio becomes more expensive. For instance, there are pieces that are just analog to digital converters. That's it. No D to A. It just converts an analog signal to digital. And these pieces can range to up to $3,000 from brands I won't even say. And that's very powerful and it sounds incredible. Then you have individual pieces that are just D to A's. You have individual pieces that just do preamps. All of this stuff can get really, really confusing. But what I've given you is something that is truly a in the box studio that you can easily transport and move around with. Go to your friend's house and record, go to a hotel room and record. Even me personally with my personal setup, I can put this thing in a suitcase and I can be on my way. And maybe later on, if you guys want to know, I'll give you my own personal setup, which I actually do, have a video. I'll leave it in the description of my own personal setup that I have. But I hope that I showed you guys how to set this stuff up, how to connect everything, and just how to be just better engineers, you guys. Have fun, enjoy it, and take your time. See how these pieces work for you, and then as time progresses, upgrade. Learn your equipment and get better. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Hit us at HelpMeDevon on the Instagram if you have any more questions. And until next time, you guys.